Hello, welcome. How are you doing today? Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. My name is Diamond, and I am the brow tech that is here today for all of your brow needs. I'm assuming that you want to get something done with yours? Okay. So just a little shape up and tint. Yeah, come on over and take a seat right here. Take a seat and just relax. I will ask you a couple of questions and then we can get started. If you don't mind, just give me a quick second to sanitize my hands. Perfect. So, have you gotten your eyebrows tinted before? Okay, so you know it's a rather quick process, not so long like when you tint or dye your hair. It's nowhere near that long. We just need to stain the hair, and some people do like the look of the stained skin underneath for a more fuller look. But if you don't like that, we can remove the skin stain as well. What I would like to do is just wipe off your brows and comb them out so I can see what we need to do to manipulate them and also where we really need to fill in. Do you feel like you are having issues with sparseness or just they're light? Okay, well, good news. I'm actually the same way. I tint my brows about every 3 to 4 weeks. If I don't, they're very, very light, and I like them to be darker. You know, when you're not wearing any makeup, you just want it to look nice and full and fresh. So I understand that. I'm just going to use this wipe here and wipe you off, okay? Sorry, I know it's probably a little bit cold. Make sure we get all of the dirt and oils off your skin, and that way the tint sticks. Now, what I'm going to do is just take this little spoolie brush, and I'm just going to brush through your brows to get an idea of what we're working with. Let's see. Okay. I definitely see towards the tail of your brow, pretty much same thing as mine. It gets a little bit sparse there. So you do have hair fibers there. They're just a little bit light, and then it is just slightly patchy. It's not as full either on this side as the other. Same thing with me. Same thing with most people. The brows just are not exactly the same, and that is perfectly okay. Now, when you had your brows tinted in the past, did you do like a warm brown, like a chocolatey brown? Do you remember? Pretty chocolatey. Okay, I figured. I will do that for you. I believe I have a perfect color match. But in the meantime, I want to just do a little bit of measuring because I do want to get you the most precise look as possible. And what I'm going to do is just use this stick as a guide to put on your face and see where about the ends of your brows should come to, where the arch should be, and about where the front and center areas should be. So if you don't mind, just hold still. And I'm just going to place this on you and just get a good look. Okay. there. So you're just a little bit short on this side. Let me go from down here. Okay. Check this side. Oh, good. Your tail end meets the stick. Okay. Scrunch your face like this. And now relax. Okay. You have one arch, which is this one, just slightly higher than the other. No big deal if you want. It's only by about 3 or 4 hairs. Literally, it's the smallest bit. But I can remove just that little bit. So when we fill them in and tint them, it's going to just give you that nice precise curve that this one has. And then you won't have to worry about them being mismatched. However, I will be very, very sparing with it. I'm not the kind that goes in and plucks and takes away all the hairs everywhere. So I will keep it very minimal with the plucking and just clean you up a bit. You only have a little bit of hair down here under the brow. A little bit under the brow on this side. Even coming down onto your lid a little bit. Ugh, those little pesky ones. I hate them because they hurt. And then you just have a little bit here in the front to clean up. 5 or 6, not much. So once we do that, then I will go ahead and use our small brush. It looks like this. You've seen it before, I'm sure. This gets dipped into the dye, and then we just carefully and quickly paint on the dye. Give it just a couple moments. I'm talking 3 minutes max. And then we will wipe it off and you'll have that beautiful tint. And let me put this down. Let me just measure a couple things and then I'll get started on you. I don't even think that we need to trim your brows. They're rather short, not in a bad way because they're very suitable for you. But I feel like if we trim them too much, you might get where they start looking a little jagged instead of a smooth brow look. It'll have some pieces coming down. I don't want to do that to you. So we're not going to trim. Oops. Get back here. Let's see. Okay. From that tail to that tail. Okay. You do have very symmetrical brows, so that's at least good. It really helps when you tint them to get a very, very similar look. You know, it's hard because, as I just mentioned not long ago, the brows are different. Some people are prone to more expressive brow on one side like this. I'm one of those people, one brow always goes up. So when I get them tinted, usually when I leave, you can tell one's like just a little bit more arched. I don't know. But yours, I think, will be extremely similar. Almost perfect. So what I'm going to do is take some tweezers. These are my very, very sharp ones. And I'm just going to use my spoolie to lift the hair a little bit so I can clean up underneath. I'll start with this brow, then that one, and then we'll get you tinted, okay? Alright, so let me just comb you out again. And apologies, I do have to get a little bit close for this. How does that feel? Not too bad, right? Okay, good. Okay. I'm going to be very sparing about that amount that I take off on the top here. So I'm going to comb your hair down, 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 down. And here we go. Just a couple up here. Good. Spot on. Matches perfectly with the other side. Let me just get these few more little stray here. And a little bit right here in the front, okay? Perfect. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Let me comb first. And I'm just going to lift up, 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 up. Perfect. Just a few here too. Not too many, but you know we want to get that very precise line underneath. The sharper the better. Up, 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 up. Good. A few little stray here over here. Okay, in the middle. That looks very nice. Let me just comb down, 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 and get these few that's right here on top. And then we will tint. Okay, that should be good. Just dusting off all the little extra pieces. Let me take this right now and just make sure that you are symmetrical here. Okay. Perfect. You look amazing. Perfect symmetry. Alright, let me get this now. I have this perfect container of chocolate dye. I know it's going to be an exact match for you. Let me open this up. And I'm going to use one of those little tiny brushes. And the pigment is in this little cap. Very small. We only need a drop. A drop. So we're going to take this brush and just dip it in. And look. See how pigmented that is? Super dark. So this should be a good color for you. It is a very chocolatey brown. Remember, the first day it's going to be darker than it's going to appear the next day, and the next day, and the next day. And it's gonna fade. You know it always does. But for this first day, do not get your brows wet at all. Okay? Not at all. Not at all. Zip zada none. Please. Okay, here we go. You ready for this? Remember, it's gonna feel a little bit cold. It's kind of like tattoo ink almost. So it's a little bit chilly, but it will warm up quick once it's on your skin. You ready to start? Okay, let me move this piece of hair from my face. Here we go. I'm just going to outline your brow very carefully. I'm going to extend your tail just a little bit past what it looks like now. And that'll give you a really nice shape. When you got your brows done last time, did you keep the skin stain? Okay, sure, we can keep it. Now doing the top. A little tiny bit more, and I'm gonna fade it very nicely in the front, give you a nice gradient. Coming into the front now, and I'm just going to kind of sparsely tapping. Good. And now let me take just a little piece of this wipe, and I'm going to very gently wipe the inner corner of that brow, just so that we can get that stain off the skin immediately, and you'll have a very nice gradient, just a little bit. Yep, perfect. Exactly what we need. That just keeps it so that it's not too boxy and square, gives more dimension. A little fade to the front. Okay, hurry. While that's on, let's do the other side. I think you'll be very, very happy with this color. Super suitable for you. I love it. Love it, love it. Yeah, I can definitely tell you the colors. So it is a mix between coconut brown and chocolate brown. So if you ever come here and I'm not here, and you remember that, we can put it in your chart. But it's half chocolate brown, half coconut brown. Coconut, coconut. And that's just a very perfect brown, I feel like, for you. Perfect shade. And coming here to the front, I'm just going to stipple a little tiny bit. Good. Give that about 10 seconds, and I'm going to wipe the front of the brow. Get this little piece that we made earlier. Okay, a couple more seconds. Okay, that should be good. I'm just going to wipe. Yay, perfect. Only a couple more, maybe like 20 seconds on this brow. And I'm going to wipe it off. And then we'll wipe the other one off as well. I'm going to get our wipe ready. I'm going to rip a little piece off. And this is what we'll use to wipe that ink off. You're not feeling any burning pain or anything like that, right? Just feels normal. Okay, good. Just want to make sure. Usually when we don't wax or thread, people don't usually have an issue with any burning sensation, but every once in a while, after we have waxed or threaded, you get little openings in the skin just from the trauma, and then that can burn just subtly, not too crazy. Okay, let's wipe this off. Ooh, look at that. That's the perfect shade for you. I know you probably can't tell, but I promise it is. Okay, let me comb that brow. I love it. Okay, let me get a wipe for the other side. Can't wait for you to see the final result. I know you're gonna love it very much. Do you have the subscription for here, for our location? Okay, good. I was gonna say, if you don't have that, you absolutely need it. But good, I'm glad you already do. You can come in, get your brows done as much as you want. $30 a month, you can't beat that. Okay, let's wipe this one. Shoop. 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 Perfect. And then brush. Yay, you look absolutely marvelous. You already did. We enhanced you a little bit, and now we can send you on your way looking amazing. Yeah, take a look. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you want to change anything. We can only change so much, but we can add a little bit of tint if you need. Good, you like them? Yay, I'm so glad. I think they look very great. Very equal, very symmetrical. Look amazing. Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you for coming in. I will see you soon. I hope this was our first time meeting, but I'm here a little bit more often now than I was before, so hopefully we'll meet again, okay? Alright, bye-bye. Take care.